So, finally, a piece of news that suggests that common sense can prevail sometimes. A rape victim who's told that her compensation will be cut because she was drunk at the time that she was raped has fought that judgment and has won. Now, hopefully this is a landmark in British justice, which means that we'll see the end of rape victims being somehow held partially responsible for any attack that they suffer. Earlier in the year, there was some stories bandied around the press about proposals to change the law so that a man who has sex with a woman who is drunk could be charged with rape because the woman's in no fit state to give consent. And I haven't heard very much about that really bad idea since, and hopefully it's died a death. I think the danger of that approach is that it equates drunken sex with rape, and they really aren't the same thing at all. A woman who wakes up the next morning and thinks to herself, "What have I done?" and cries rape, is not the same as a woman who's forced to have sex against her will because she's been drugged by a spiked drink, or she's had a little bit too much to drink and can't fight off her attacker. So the idea that consumption of alcohol is a contributing factor to a woman being raped has now hopefully been consigned to the legal dustbin, along with any arguments that she was provocatively dressed or any appraisal of her previous sexual history, which generally seemed to be a judgment that if she'd had sex with one or more men in the past, then she'd pretty much given up the right to say no to any man. So those arguments are obviously ridiculous, and it's obscene that they've been around for so long. In fact, it's really obscene that they were ever used at all, because if a woman's dressed in her see-through underwear and drunk as a skunk, no still means no. It's disgraceful, really, I suppose, that this young woman had to go through the ordeal of being regarded as partially responsible when the only person who was responsible for her rape was the man who raped her, totally, 100%. So, although it's reprehensible that anyone should have been subjected to this kind of treatment by the British justice system, it does seem that at last we've made a step in the right direction. And I think this brave young woman has made a difference, and she should be proud of herself.